Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self Storage. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to go through my site, Glasgow. The monthly numbers. Was it a good week? Was it month? And monthly figures. Monthly figures. For those of you who don't know, Glasgow. This is a great start. Glasgow is my new site, and I love it. When we first opened it, I was like, "Oh no, this is going to be tough." And yeah, it's turned around, and we've got like 16 containers rented out, so that's good. And yeah, 16 I think it's 16, but yeah, we had no landing page. It was all my fault, by the way, because there's always seemed to be another bigger thing, more vital and important to do. So I left a lot of Glasgow until last minute kind of thing, because obviously it's a new site, but it didn't. There was always something bigger that I needed to do. For example, my acquisition that unfortunately has fallen through, and another new site that we found. And so there was always something else I needed to do. And so that is why we have got Marky Baby, Princey Baby on board. I realized I said baby twice. So he can definitely help me on that, because I was just stretching myself too thin as well. So yeah, from definitely a standing start, which I hate. I hate standing starts. Why I teach in the course not to have a standing start, to make sure that you've got reservations waiting to come in. And yet I didn't practice what I preach, because there's always something more important to do, which clearly told me that I needed to get some help in and make sure we do it. Right. Okay, so let's go through my new site, Glasgow, and then score it out of 10. Don't forget, by the way, if you're not signed up to my newsletter, mrselfstorage.com, it's where all the self-storage cool kids hang out. There's over 700 people there. Over 700 people. And we get a massive open rate as well, which is absolutely incredible. So yeah, people seem to like it. So that's good. Okay, so let's have a look. The amount of quotes, we got 37 quotes. What I'll do is I'll run you through the most important numbers, and then we'll talk about them. 37 quotes. We had 9 reservations. So that's a conversion rate of 24%. We had, how many move-ins? Was it 8 move-ins. So that's a conversion rate of 21%, 22%. So not massive on the amount of move-ins, but when you look at the square foot, because obviously they're all bigger size units, it's 1,440. So let's have a look, see what else I can tell you. Ad spend. Yeah, the ad spend per move-in was £120.83. Now, that's expensive. I want it to be under 100. It is getting better though, so that is improving. So as you know, 8 move-ins, 1,440 square foot moved in and 0 square foot moved out, which, to be fair, you would expect. It's a relatively new site. And so in the first couple of months, you don't expect anyone to move out, or very few people. Amount of containers moved in was 9. Oh, it's because somebody took 2 units. So yeah, somebody took 2 units. So we moved in 9 units. Yeah, so that's 160. Yeah, that's right. 60. Yeah. So number of new move-ins was 8. So it was 8 customers, but they took 9 units. The total number of containers rented at the time was 11. So we only had 11 containers rented, but we've moved in a few more now as well. So I think we've got another 5 or 6 this month in September. So that's good. It's not amazing, but it's slowly chucking away, which we like. Square foot occupied is 1,760. Total store occupancy is 31%. So it's getting there slowly but surely. And obviously, after we get to the when we get to that point where we need more containers, we'll get more containers. The revenue was only £1,344 last month, but that will steadily improve. And what we're focusing on the square foot growth. So we're focusing on the square foot growth, and when we've got that, then we will focus on the revenue side and really crank that up. The average amount of insurance sold was good. It was 7,875 for the site. So really, really good there. Let's have a look at my notes, what I've got then. I put quotes are getting better. Conversions aren't great, especially given how cheap we are at this location. Certainly something to keep an eye on. So we definitely need to keep an eye on the conversion rates. Cancelled and expired reservations was 0. So that's really good. Cost to acquire a customer is over 100 quid. So that's a bit high. So we need to get that lower. 1,400 square foot moved in. If we did that, I'd be very happy. 0 move outs. If we did that again this month, I'd be very happy. If we gain 1,400 square foot a month, yeah, that would fill up in no time. Over 30% occupancy, so that's getting better. Revenue poor, but I've put here we're focusing on lease up. Average insurance sold is over £7,000, so I like it. I like it a lot. Tomorrow's podcast, what we'll do is we'll talk about Beverly's monthly figures. Okay, my friends, a short and sharp one. I'm going to love you and leave you because I've got to. It is now nearly 5 o'clock, and I've got to head down to London tonight. 4 hour drive. Ugh. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye bye.